Blame Truth here. If you guys could do me a solid, like this video so that hopefully more people can see it, because this is something really important, and whatever the actual problem is, this needs to be addressed immediately. Like, this isn't something that needs to be said on, and this needs to be explained. Like, why is this happening? I'm going to be asking you guys in the comments section to share your thoughts if this has happened to you, but Black Ops 6, and this is not Black Ops 6, this is X-Defiant gameplay. I really haven't had much of a chance to play a lot of Black Ops 6, but in the brief time I have played it, I have noticed just that the game's not very good. It's just a fucking mess, is the best way I can put it. It truly does feel incredibly rigged, and I've covered that with the matchmaking, of course, but not just that. There's something going on with the damage profiles or whatever, and I have gathered some evidence and gathered some data and just gathered public opinions. I want to ask you guys in the comment section, though, have you experienced just what I like to call ghost bullets, like inconsistent time to kill? It seems like sometimes it takes 10 bullets to kill one guy. Other times you drop him pretty quickly. Sometimes headshots don't seem to do damage. I'm not sure if that's just by design. If it is by design, that's a terrible feature. And in my brief time playing the game, and I'm going to play a lot more tonight, I'm going to do some experiments with SBMM off, my VPN that's sponsoring me. I'm going to see if I could like recreate that when I'm in a lobby with that on versus when I'm just in a regular match-made lobby. I might even try to make a new burner account and do some tests on that to see if there's any differences in hit reg or whatever. Because as far as I can tell, there's no other way I can explain this other than it's just skill-based damage. We've used that term a bit over the years, and some people have gone full conspiracy theory with it and say that it's 100% a thing. I personally am not convinced. I've made videos on the subject or whatever, but I mean, when you've been playing video games online, especially as long as I have, online shooters specifically, you see some weird stuff. I had a friend of mine, his dad used to download Grateful Dead like live shows in the background on uTorrent or whatever, and it would cause him to lag so bad that he would like be teleporting around the map. I saw this motherfucker literally like commando lunge someone like 50 feet away. Dude looked like he had a Tesla in his asshole and he was like knifing someone. It was ridiculous. So you see some weird stuff when it comes to online games. Weird stuff can happen. This is not it, though. This is just in everyday matches. I've experienced stuff like this. I haven't recorded it, but I've experienced stuff like this. I'm going to roll the footage here, and I'm going to show you some Reddit comments, which will make you question what the fuck is actually going on here, okay? So yeah, you see what I'm talking about? This is one of the top voted threads on Reddit right now. What is going on with the damage inconsistencies in this game? And it features that clip I showed you first there of the TikTok guy. I've seen multiple videos online of stuff like this where it feels like you're shooting cotton balls at someone only for them to turn around and delete you within seconds. I've experienced this myself multiple times in game and was thinking I was crazy. Now check this out. Someone says, this has been happening to me all night. Some games it feels like you laser people in seconds, while in others you have to dump your whole entire mag into someone. Exactly. And then when that happens, it seems like one bullet and you're dead after you get hit marker after hit marker, and you watch the kill feed and you don't hit them at all. I just noticed it doing it today, wasn't doing it anytime before today. Someone posted earlier, search ghost bullets, and said they were being shot at, they were getting damage direction indicators, but no damage was being done to them. We'll actually view that thread in just a second. This is consistent with kill cams that I've seen where multiple people, including myself, are hitting an enemy 12 times in my case, at the same time but the player takes no damage. I hope they fix this soon. You're gonna be hoping for a long fucking time there, Jedi Rhino, I'm sorry. This is starting to smell like skill-based damage. It says entrepreneurial fuck. Fantastic name, by the way. God, I love that name. Anyway, there's another thread here by Henderson. I refuse to believe there isn't a bug with TTK/hitreg now. In some gunfights, I'm literally emptying half a mag into someone without killing them. Then the next fight, I'm near insta-killing them. Not to mention how pointless headshots are. How and why are 3 body shots and a headshot not killing someone? It genuinely feels like there is 0 point in going for headshots right now. I don't know if it's intended to be this way, but I personally hate it. I would really like to play core, but if it stays like this, I'm going to just have to stay on hardcore. In the comments, people agree with them and they say, it seems to always be specific enemies in the team too that take a lot more hits. Also, nades seem to be inconsistent as hell. I tend to cook my nades a lot and I've seen it happen far too often that a nade would pop right near someone's feet and that person doesn't even get hit. Yet the dude that's further up in front of him does get hit / killed. It's not the jacket perk either because it doesn't even show the hit marker sign. Exactly my experience with both specific individuals on the enemy team being bullet sponges and grenades being inconsistent. I also swapped to stims after using stuns flashes for a good 5 hours because if anything, they bait you into thinking the opponent is actually stunned / blinded when you get a hit marker. So true, I swapped to stims too. This person says, to me, it legitimately has made me wonder out loud to my teammates if there's some perk or item I don't know about that makes you absorb more bullets before dying. Everyone but me feels like they can take more damage than I can. Here I am constantly getting the first shot off on people, but not getting the kill. Meanwhile, I am made out of tissue paper and crumble as soon as a bullet hits me. And now the coup de grace, the ghost bullets thread. Here's where everything kind of gets explained, at least from a player's perspective. There's been a few times where I see that I got quote-unquote hit, but my HP bar didn't show up. The weird part is that it still showed which direction where I got hit, as if I actually took damage. So at this point, I don't know if we can trust the HP bar. Is this the server making a mistake or what? I play on Ethernet with a solid connection. Jedi Rhino is back and he says, thanks for this info. This post should honestly be pinned. So many of us are having to shoot a target 3 to 4 times more than what others have to do in order to get a kill. I was thinking, based off kill cams, that some bullets aren't causing damage, and this confirms it. So we got one more little discussion here, and this is from the comment section of that very last clip in that little montage. It was on Reddit. Viking Funeral says, I've seen people accuse the game of nerfing you if you do too good in a match. I sit there and play a match and like after getting 30 kills, I seem to suddenly do less damage to the same people in the same match. It sounds dumb, but people have noticed this since beta, and I've noticed it too, and several people have mentioned it individually based on their own perception. Imefferly says same. This person says the way to prove this would be to look at Activision's patent filings. This is the same company who patented the technology to put new players in matches with players who bought skins, so the new player would be tempted to buy skins. Same company selling enhanced spatial audio as a $20 microtransaction. These companies are slimy and they don't care about balanced and fun game design. Whoever has the patience to dig through patents would most likely find one for what you're describing. I'd be willing to bet. It's very odd that some matches there's a player that takes almost 50% more time to kill. Then there's the games where ARs wreck me. I just give up and hold F because I have no idea what's going on. Now guys, again, in the comments section, let me know if you've experienced stuff like this, because in my short time playing, I have just a few hours in multiplayer. Truth be told, can I be honest with you? The game is just bad. I mean, I hate to say this. It seems like almost every single year, but I say like, this has got to be like the worst Call of Duty of all time. And here's the kicker. I really went into Black Ops 6 optimistically. I hope you know that. Like in my first impressions video, I covered how the movement and the gunplay feel really good. But that's really all I can praise about it. Everything else, from the maps to the spawns to the TTK being essentially rigged, it seems like now, it's like the core things that make a shooter good aren't fucking working right, or are rigged, or are broken, and Call of Duty cannot afford to take the time to fix this stuff. The game is out for 1 year and then it's literally dead. And we're going to cover MW3, by the way, some more, because they're actually fucking over that game right now. I gotta cover that in like a separate video, I think. But like what I said would happen to MW3 is happening. They are literally forcing people, nearly forcing people to get on Black Ops 6 by sabotaging MW3, it seems like. I wish I was making that up, but I digress. Guys, this screams skill-based damage. I've been playing Call of Duty for, well, since 2007. And I say this constantly because I want people to know, even if you're new to the channel, like, I've been around the block, man. I've been here for a long fucking time. I've been playing XDefiant since May. I played, you know, every single Call of Duty since 4. Aside from that, maybe not extensively. Some I'd play more than others, obviously, if it's good or bad or whatever. But I've seen a lot of stuff, and I've covered skill-based damage, and I've covered weird wonky things in this franchise, especially as it pertains to skill-based matchmaking, the game being rigged, engagement optimized matchmaking, what have you. But skill-based damage is something I've just never, again, it's like the Boogeyman or Bigfoot or some shit. Like, I've never really bought it personally because I don't know, it's just so ridiculous, right? However, after seeing all this, what I've experienced personally in Black Ops 6 in my short time playing, and just reading the comments and the discourse about the subject, what else is this? If this game was in development for 4 years, I mean, it should be a polished fucking masterpiece as far as the gunplay, hit reg, whatever is concerned. With that said, Treyarch seems to have weird problems with like aim resist over the years. Like ever since Black Ops 1, really, they've had weird issues with like the aim assist and whatnot. And then they switch engines, and I still kind of noticed some weird stuff with the aim assist or whatever, but nothing to the degree of this like just people sponging shots, you know, you getting hit markers and it not actually registering. I truly don't believe that is something connection based. I just don't. Then again, they've hidden our ping and made it harder to find than ever. So who the fuck knows? I mean, there's packet bursts constantly. So who actually knows? But until this is explained, addressed by Treyarch directly or covered by some other YouTuber, I'm just going to assume, I'm going to assume the worst. I mean, this is the same company. Activision Blizzard is the same company that shut down a fan-made mod project of Modern Warfare 2 in H2M. They shut it down the day of release, like hours before it was supposed to come out. They waited until people bought their old game, Modern Warfare Remastered, to play it, and then even put it on sale. And then once the mod was set to come out, they cease and desisted them hours before it dropped. And they've done this multiple fucking times. This is the scummiest, greediest, shittiest company ever. Activision is. Like, mark my words, guys. I will never work with this company. Ever. I am not going to be one of those YouTubers that gets flown out. I do not respect this company. I think they're garbage people. I think it's just a terrible, terrible business. And I, for one, morally cannot support it. I'm sorry. I just can't, you know? Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, like, 31 kill streak or whatever I got in XDefiant. I will bring you some Black Ops 6 gameplay. It's just the game is shit, and I don't want to play it, and it's rigged, apparently. So, yeah. Rate, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.